growing up, I wasn't a bad kid, but like I grew up in the city. And I think this is probably experience across Chinese and Asian Americans. We are put in a box. You're good at math, you're good at school, you go to your doctor, lawyer, dentist, whatever. I've never felt like that was me. And media portrayed it. We are quiet, timid, just kind of keep to ourselves. So growing up, like I felt really uncomfortable with that because I was not good at school. I love sports. Like, hey, there's other kids out there that are probably like me, that are interested in sports, that look like me, that are Chinese American, Asian American as well. Club volleyball is like travel volleyball. I did that all throughout college, saved up a whole summer just to do that. But while I was doing that, I was also running a community volleyball clinic in this area. And it was a way for me to give back to the community, to provide access to the training that I learned in high school, in college, because the guys I played against, they're all from the suburbs and had organized training and had all the facility and all access. So I was taking everything I learned and was hoping to bring that to Chinatown. The access to media is amazing these days. I was on YouTube looking at volleyball clips, and this crazy sport called Chinese nine-man volleyball popped up on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, what is this? And it was a wild sport that I just could not comprehend. There was like 9 people on the court. It is faster pace. You'll always have to be engaged. There's always something going on. People are diving into each other. It's on concrete as well. So there's a level of grittiness. You get rocks, glass. And the most striking thing that really connected me was these guys look like me. These guys were from Chinatowns. They were from all across North America. Whereas growing up, playing volleyball in high school and even in college, I was surrounded by all Caucasians. I was usually the only Chinese or Asian guy on the team, generally the shortest. But it was the first time in my life where I saw guys that looked like me, that were athletic, that were super good at volleyball, on the same skill level or even higher than me. So that kind of started me on the journey of like, okay, there is a bigger world out there across other Chinatowns that have something that is accessible to me, exclusive to me, that is a way to preserve heritage and history. And from there, I just kept digging and learning more. And it was so interesting to me. The last generation that played Chinese nine-men before us was in the 1960s. And that was started by a man named Jean Ming Lee. And he was an immigrant from the Toisan region. He was a restaurant worker and he played volleyball and that was his outlet. So he began looking for teams to start and play Chinese nine-man. So he started in 1966. He actually hosted the national tournament here in Chicago as well. But then eventually that club did not continue after so many years. There's many different reasons for that. We're on an island, right? Like it's like Chicago and nothing else. So whereas in New York, you're by Providence, you're in Boston, you're DC, Toronto, Philadelphia. Those train lines that connect those cities were a very convenient way for Chinese laborers to play volleyball, to see each other, to visit each other. Whereas Chicago, the momentum was not there, right? Because they were having to pay out of pocket to travel. It started because Chinese were excluded, right? They were stuck working 6-7 days a week in blue-collar jobs in restaurants and laundry work or anything that no one else wanted to do. So Chinese nine-man was played in Chinatown as an outlet for them. That was their way to release all that stress. Like a lot of them did not have wives here because they were in China and they were stuck here. So this was a way for them to connect with fellow Chinese Americans as well. And the part that kind of connects to it, they use that as an opportunity to like learn about different nuances of like how to live in America, connect and do business with each other as well. And this generation here, there's aspects of that. Like, although we're not blue collar workers working in Chinese laundries, we have like doctors, we have accountants, we have lawyers, we have people working professionally as well. So a lot of the older guys connect with the younger guys as a way to kind of give them advice of how to navigate their careers. For us, we are a relatively new team with not much history, whereas other organizations are 2, 3, 4 generation deep. So their grandfather, great-great-grandfather played nine-man, and they were able to pass the sports down. We had a bunch of stupid names, but United was the best one. Now looking back, it makes a lot of sense because a bunch of us are from Chinatown. A lot of us grew up in the Bridgeport area. But then when we start bringing friends in from other areas, from the north side, from the west side, there was a sense of unitedness. Is that even a word? Like that we're bringing Asian American, Chinese Americans together in a way to meet new friends and make connections across North America. We barely had enough guys to practice on both teams at one point. They just started inviting their friends, like recruiting, like, hey, you're Chinese and like playing at tournaments. You're Asian. You look Asian. Hey, you want to come play 9-man? So they invite them to practice. They get hooked. And this is our 5th year, technically, as an organization. And we're about to play in our 4th national tournament. When you go to the tournaments, there's a level of purity within it. Like there's a level of grittiness too. So the crowds, the vibe, the energy is something that is like, you just have to be there to experience it. And I still remember, like, I brought a group of guys to go, we've been training to go our first year. And right after that, they got hooked because of the energy, the vibe of it, be able to meet other Chinese and Asian Americans from all other cities and connect with them. I think outside of the playing, I think that is the feeling that a lot of the guys get is there's that connection, there's that deeper connection that you will only feel as a minority. To be able to have empathy towards their struggles is a whole different level. That's what I want to do with this. I want kids to see Chinese and Asian Americans more than what media portrays us. We're so vibrant and we are more than what we are told we are.
Next week, episode 8, a band leader who knows the ropes.
Chicago is definitely unique in that way. It's a hard town. It's a mean town.
From Superphonic Studios, this is Chicago. Listen every Sunday.